Hold on. We about to go in. Just hold tight. We about to go in. Make sure you share and like the video. Hold tight. Yes. Thanks for being here tonight. Yeah, we in the building. Make sure you share and like the video. I think the audio is pretty good. We streaming on X, YouTube, Facebook. We gonna go into some things. Let's get to it. Y'all see this picture? Yeah. I heard you they got your boy. I heard they got him. This the picture that's floating around on the internet, y'all. But he's part of the Zorroism religion. So is Epstein. See, he was trying to manifest the next Christ on earth. See, he was going by the scripture. See, but guess what? His time was near. As they say, oh, we gonna save Israel for last. But this dude right here, Netanyahu, he is Israel. And like I said before, they worship Yahweh, the cow deity, in the form of Christ. But like I said, he practices this same religion as Epstein. And this is tied to the Zorro Ranch as well. Because he was luring girls and little boys into this damn ranch. And the ranch was a big breeding ground. So that's what they was doing. And like I said, he wanted to spread his semen all around America. Well, not America, the whole world. And I believe he established that agenda. Yeah, he definitely established that agenda. But yeah, this is the picture that's floating around, y'all. And then Yahoo. This might be confirmation. They might have hit his damn bunker. You know, a surprise attack. But that's a legend. Everybody keep on saying he's gone. He ain't with us no more. So, but then again, you kill the head, another one grows back. Did we see Jeffrey Epstein in that drop top? That drop top sob in Florida. What is it? A drop top sob and some damn glass. That was him. I believe that was him. Like I said, my theory is these these motherfuckers know how to resurrect and spawn in. As soon as they die, they know how to spawn right back in. But like I said, the Zorro Ranch was a big breeding ground. But let's look up, pull this up. The symbol of Zorroism is Murdoch coming out the crown chakra right here. And this priest is a Dagon priest, as you can see. He's comes from the Dagon, and he's coming out the crown. But this would be considered Christ as well. This is tied to Christ too. But it's a secret religion, but they talk through symbols. Okay, Zorroism, the religion of the Persian Empire, also known as Medea's descent or Beda. It's all based off is Buddhism too. Okay, but the thing is, this Christ deity, or you call him Murdoch. Who else? Leo the lion, the Lion of Judah. This guy goes by many names, and he's a dualistic deity as well. So, oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Damn, I don't know why my slides are not working. So I'm gonna have to do it like this, y'all. Damn. So when you look at the Baphomet statue, let's pull up an image of the Baphomet. Let's pull up the image of the Baphomet. This Baphomet deity is androgynous and he's dualistic in nature. But this is how your government operates, left or right, Democrat, Republican. Two wings of the same bird, like we see in this picture. Two wings of the same bird, and this is your matrix, but this is Christ coming out the middle of the earth right here. This is the halo, or who they call the Fibonacci spiral, and you see this deity coming out the center. But the thing is, where is the center located? 33rd degree north as well. Okay, and like I said, Zorroism is based off the god Nimrod as well. This is Nimrod too. This is also Nimrod. But this is their symbol. We did an episode on this shit too. Also, let's pull up. Let's pull up the. Hold on.
What? Mute real quick.
What's going on?
Just mute real quick. Can you give him like?
It's upstairs. It's upstairs.
All right.
Yeah, he
Megan said they're off tomorrow, so
he can stay tonight.
You can get right home or you want to go home.
Zorro also means fox as well. But the thing, Yeah, I'll take you home. I'll take you home.
Him or
Let's pull this up.
You sure? Yeah. I'm full. And too. Rich, if I take off, hey, I ate just about every bit. I ate every one of the.
Told you it was good.
The tails.
Yeah, you ate
oxtails.
Yeah,
they're good, man.
Thank
they are
you.
good. My neighbor used to make. She's gone now, past. She's when I run around with Michael, his mom would make. She called it bones and kraut. And it was sauerkraut and it was bones like that, but it wasn't. It had a little bit less meat in those, but she called it bones and kraut, and it was good because it was. She boiled it in sauerkraut and stuff, cooked in the sauerkraut, and it was like a bone like that, and it had pieces of meat on it though. But that there had a little bit. It was like it was good, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then carrots was great too. I told her next time. She said you got them at that Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
or not restaurant, but a store over here.
Yeah, I got them at the Mexican spot.
Those
are the only ones that sell it for cheap.
I said next time y'all get some, get me some carrots, and I'll pay you for them.
Oh my God!
Huh?
I'm watching this Lakers game too. That's crazy.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. I'll pay you. Yeah, that's cool.
And because you just cooked them in the oven, didn't you? Like a roast.
Yeah.
We don't have an oven, but I got a toast. I got a one on the counter because our oven's broke. I got one that cooks our pizzas and everything. It'll cook it. I just might have to turn it on twice.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
How long did you cook it for?
I cooked it for about two.
You cooked the carrots and the meat?
Like 2.5, 3 hours.
Did you have any kind of gravy you put in it?
Yeah, I put
some water.
Yeah, I put a gravy packet in there too.
What kind of gravy packet?
I put chicken gravy packet in there.
I would have used like beef or something.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You can use.
But it was good. Them little they was good. They was good. There was good little meat on there and stuff. It was all good.
Thanks.
I didn't eat all the beans and rice because there was a lot of that. I ate quite a bit of it.
I told you.
Ate all the carrots, man. I tore it up. Them carrots were good, man. They were perfect. I love carrots. I do, man. That was
he likes your food.
That was a $22 plate, man.
That's a $30. That's a $50 plate.
Yeah, you go up there to Mike.
Might as well make you a nice little truck.
You go down at
$50 plate
downtown on 4th Street or something down there. One of them places, or either that one that's down there. What's it called? Steakhouse on top of that building. They want $75, $80 for that plate.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna segue into this video. Hold on.
You going or you staying?
I'm gonna segue into this video. Sorry about that. I'm gonna segue into this video.
My stomach's killing
me. I might go make me a plate. That's just good. Never mind. We'll get into the video later. But like I was saying, when you're talking about Zorroism, who is this guy in this damn top hat right here? This guy in this top hat, it also represents the Jewish conquistador. Yes, the Jewish conquistador. He also wore the same costume as the Monopoly man. Let's pull up. You could identify them by their costumes. And he went around. What is Zorro? Zorro was basically a cowboy. Cowboy, he was an outlaw. Okay. What? A cowboy, he was the original outlaw because he operated outside the law. Okay? He operated outside the law. A cowboy is an animal herder who tends to cattle on ranches. You see? Where was he cattling his flock? Where was he cattling his flock? I told you this guy is diabolical, man. I told you the religions match up perfectly, but the signs and symbols they also match up because guess what? They worship the god Yahweh. Yahweh is a cow deity in the form of Hathor. See, they worship. They think you think it's Israel, but it's really Egypt. You're dealing with Egyptology and Egyptian cosmology, where you got Christ coming out the damn simulation. See, they told this same story with the god Osiris as well. Osiris left the simulation, but his mind and his body was with his followers or with his flock. Okay, but like I said, same thing. How you breed a religion is how he breed his offspring. This is how he spread his word. He spread his semen onto the onto his cattle. Now, this is what's going on this ranch, man. Freak Nation is going on this ranch, okay? But like I said, Cowboy, check this out. So let's pull this. Where's Zorro at? Where did I have Zorro at? Zorro. Let me pull this up. Zorro. But Zorro is a cowboy. He looked like he just got a mask on. Look at him. Look at the original Zorro. He don't look fucking Mexican. Now does he? Or was he? Really can't tell who he is because he got a damn mask on. This is also the bandit, but as he matured, he became a Mexican man. But they always go blame it on somebody else for being an outlaw. But as you can see, come on, man. He went from this to that. But this is the legend of Zorro. And like I said, there go the magician. See, Zorro, he was a part of the Magi religion too. He was a magician as well. This is the nigga in the top hat who pulls the white rabbit out the top hat. Okay. But you could tie this with the Corpus Christi. Where was this the IHS too in Catholic? The Corpus Christi, you could see the crown, Christ coming out the crown. But like I said, this your IHS when it comes to flat earth cosmology. Also, this is your ancient cosmology of the throne of God. And basically, this top hat that they're wearing is covering the dome. So this is what they really look like. Okay? This is what these motherfuckers really look like. That's why they wear the damn top hat to cover up that damn skull. Okay? See, and this hat is shaped just like a damn UFO. The hat is Saturn. The hat is Saturn. The hat is shaped like a damn spaceship as well. This is why you get your cowboys and aliens syncretism. You get your cowboys and alien syncretism because, like I said, this religion has to deal with ascension, or who we call the God Yahweh. Now Yahweh is a cow. This is why America's team is the Cowboys. And they know this. They speak right to you. The Cowboys, the ranch. And they was dealing with alien, or who they call the Relians. This is their symbol too. The two variants of the Relian logo. This is Zorroism because they worship They worship Saturn. They worship Saturn, and this is their El Toros. El Toro. Zorroism. Hold on. Zorroism. Exalting a uncreated, benevolent, and all-wise deity known as Ama Mazda. See, Ama Mazda is the deity, but he's the Dagon. He's the Lord of the Dagons. But yeah, like I said, he's also Marduk, Ishtar, all these other deities that subscribe that basically tell this story of duality. So, and this God, he's basically flying through the astral realm, trying to find his destination. He's basically a fallen angel. That's what I'm saying. He's basically a fallen angel. This deity right here, they call Yahweh. He splits his body in pieces. Okay, just like Osiris, just like they chopped the penis of Osiris. They chopped the penis of Osiris, Isis. They threw it in the river. I'm saying this is the whole story behind Humpty Dumpty as well, putting Humpty Dumpty back together again because he fell off the wall. Okay, this is the guy that fell into the simulation, and this polar vortex right here describes this guy Zorro coming out the damn cross or the Holy Grail. You see Christ coming out the Holy Grail is sending out the crown chakra to be reborn again. See, this ranch right here, many artificial souls were reborn. They had their own race of people, man. I'm telling you. You dealing with the Epstein shit, you dealing with Bible. We might not even be able to fit this whole episode for real. Might have to do a part 2. Really might have to do a part 2, man.
You staying?
Yeah.
We're going.
But that's the whole
They don't
religion.
need
I
you
could
at the
really
house
go
for
into
anymore.
it.
They
But like
don't
I
need
said,
you better, I can't stop them from getting in your room, but they better not.
these deities operate
You know
outside
how
the law.
Rainy is and stuff. She likes to sneak.
And let's pull this video up right
She
quick.
knows her.
Let's
I know
pull
how
this
much
video
stuff
up right quick.
It doesn't matter.
It's got to deal with the war.
That don't make no difference.
Because I know y'all
I did
wanted to
drink
hear
another
about, because
Sprite,
this
though.
is a religious war.
That was downstairs.
This is a
You want to have a heart attack?
religious war. Okay. Now let's pull this up. Because it's all being exposed too. It's all being exposed too.
Bye.
Hold on. Let me share this. And we'll go back into this. Because I don't know how the hell he was luring these kids. But like I said, he's also the candy man. So if you want to know how he's luring kids, guess what? He's Candyman. He's Pennywise. He's all these other deities in the simulation. These deities play on your subconscious. These are what I call the Elohim, because they believe in the Elohim of the god El Salvador. This is, like I said, this has to deal with Zorroism as well. When you're dealing with the El Salvador, the bull, the El Toros, because you falling off into the Taurus field. Or the Torah. The Torah is the Taurus field, the Torah. Hold on, let's pull this up. We go check this out. Shouts out to this guy. I forgot his name. I think his name is Gun Ho. But I meant to play this. Yes, they're tied. I meant to play this. I got a bad feeling Denver's gonna win. That's crazy, man. He had something to say about the war, so we're gonna pop off into that right quick. Yes. No. 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 You see that? That's crazy. They just threw that joint away. Let's get it.
So what this means, so given this convergence, we can actually predict certain events that will happen over the next 2 to 4 years, okay? Because they all want these things to happen together, all right? So let's look at some quick predictions. Okay. First prediction, of course, is that the US will use ground troops. Because using ground troops will create a national draft. And what does a national draft do? It creates a civil war, right? A lot of young people are going to refuse to fight in this war. And this is going to create protests. Then America will have no choice but to deploy the National Guard. And this will create the recipe for a lot of civil conflict in America, okay? Another thing that will happen is because you use ground troops, you will lose the war, and then CENTCOM, which is the American military in the Middle East, will then transfer over to Israel, okay? What's happening in this war is that the economies of the GCC are being destroyed. And that's part of the plan, okay? Because for Israel to achieve the Greater Israel Project, it needs to absorb the GCC and parts of Turkey and parts of Egypt, okay? So another way of saying this is that the GCC is basically finished. The intention is to collapse their economies and make them irrelevant, right? The third thing we can expect is that Turkey will enter this war, and Saudi Arabia actually will enter the war. Because you want to use this war to weaken opposition to these eschatologies as much as possible, okay? So Turkey and Saudi Arabia will enter this war, and they will suffer tremendously because of their participation. All right. Again, the Al-Aqsa Mosque will be destroyed. Okay? And then you have the rise of Persia. Okay? The rise of Persia. Why is this important? Because you need the Islamic world to unite against Israel for the end of days. Right? So you don't mind if actually Iran wins this war, because by winning this war, Iran will activate its Persian identity. And this is important for eschatology because in the war of Gog and Magog, people are interpreting Gog and Magog, which will march against Israel. They're interpreting Gog and Magog to be Persia and Russia. Okay? Okay? Together they will march against Pax Judaica. Number 6 is that in Israel, you will achieve the Pax Judaica and the Greater Israel Project. Okay, so the Greater Israel Project and Pax Judaica are not the same thing, guys. Greater Israel is just basically the territory that the Israelis believed that God had promised their ancestor Abraham. Pax Judaica is a one world government, okay, based on AI surveillance and the mark of the beast. So what will happen is that Israel will use this war to expand its territory. And then what will happen is that capital, technology, will then start to flow to Israel in order to create the Pax Judaica. So think of companies like NVIDIA, Oracle, Microsoft, Google. Well, they'll probably transfer themselves to Israel because that is where the power will rest. Okay? So Pax Judaica. Then you will have Russia winning the war in Ukraine. Okay? And then return Greeks to Constantinople. Basically, another way of saying this is it is possible that the Greeks go to war against Turkey, and then Russia supports the Greeks and return the Greeks to Istanbul, okay? But then you're like, wait a minute, Turkey is a NATO member. Well, we can also expect destruction of Europe, okay? The end of NATO, basically. So this war in Ukraine, it's not just about Russia protecting its borders. This war in Ukraine is also meant to achieve orthodox eschatology, to destroy Europe, to destroy NATO, so that Russia can achieve the third Rome prophecy. That means the destruction of Europe. So I will discuss the Russian-Ukraine war later on as we go along, okay? But what I'm trying to show you is that just by, okay, analyzing the most extreme eschatologies of different religious traditions, you can then, from this analysis, pick out points in which they agree, okay? And at these points, you can figure out then how they will affect current geopolitics to make certain predictions about how the war will progress, about how the world will transform itself next 2 to 4 years. Okay, so this is called the law of eschatological convergence. It gives us tremendous insight into why things are turning out the way they are. Okay, because again, I keep on saying this, but purely from a geopolitical perspective, purely from a realpolitik perspective, this war in Iran makes no sense. But if you look at it from an eschatological perspective, then it makes perfect sense. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
But I think, like, if we look into the war between America and Iran, I think Trump is trying to destroy Iran as the same way that he destroys Venezuela, but it fails, which led Iran to fight back. So I think this could also explain in a political way, but not religious.
Okay. All right. That's a great point in that, listen, there's an explanation, which is that Trump is just stupid. He's arrogant. They had too much success in Venezuela. They go into Iran. They think it's the same thing. And now they're losing, okay? And because they're losing, they are just panicking, okay? Okay, that's true. And if this explanation is true, then what will happen, what we can expect to happen is that Trump declares victory and goes home. Okay? That's what we can expect. And if the US does go home, then you're right. Okay? So we can expect, but sorry, the question then is what happens next few months? All right. What you need to understand is this. War is not simple. Once you start a war, you can't end the war. All right, so let me explain really quickly why, okay? So you have Iran, and the main advantage that Iran has over the United States is the GCC cannot defend itself, okay? Because it's just a desert. And Iran, it's a mountain fortress, so it can shoot rockets, it can shoot drones at the GCC, and the GCC can't defend itself, okay? Before they thought these US bases could defend against Iran, but now you recognize these US bases can't defend themselves either, okay? All right, so the other thing that Iran did was close out the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, they closed out the Strait of Hormuz. And this is important because the GCC then exports oil to Asia and gets back food, okay? So the GCC basically requires the Strait of Hormuz in order just to survive, okay? Now, let's just say that US, Donald Trump's like, you know what, screw this. This is a stupid war. The Middle East is stupid. We're gonna go home, okay? What happens now? What happens is that Iran says to GCC, hey man, you attacked us. You destroyed our infrastructure. You destroyed our economy. You have to pay pay a compensation, okay? Right? Also, hey man, now we control the Strait of Hormuz, so if you want to use Strait of Hormuz, you have to pay us a toll. You have to pay us a tax, right? So all this money of the GCC, before it's going to the United States to fuel the US economy, now where does it go? It goes to Iran, right? That's a lot of money, man. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars. And what will Iran use with this money? It will use this money to repair its economy. So in 5 to 10 years, this is going to be an economic miracle, where now Iran is able to industrialize really fast. And as a result, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that if the United States leaves the Middle East, Iran becomes the superpower and controls the entire Middle East, right? Now Israel has nuclear weapons. And so what's going to happen is that Israel and Iran will sign a peace treaty, okay? But the United States won't be involved. The United States goes home, it doesn't get any money from the GCC, and what's going to happen to the US economy? It's going to collapse. Why? Because the entire US economy is based on the stock market, on finance, on AI, on investment from the GCC, right? So the question then is, can the Americans go home? The answer is, no, they can't. Because if they go home, the economy is going to collapse, and the people are going to have a revolution anyway. So you're better off sending people to Iran than have the people in America cause a revolution, right? Okay? So you're right in that it's possible that Donald Trump made a mistake, but it doesn't matter if it was intentional or accidental.